Hi, everybody, it's Carla. I'm on again with another of those articles that I found from the 60s in an old book at the thrift store the other day. This was just a very interesting one. And the picture you're seeing is a train going in the side roads. I think it says it's part of Highway 14, part of the Lewis and Clark Trail alongside the Columbia River Gorge, and it travels through Washington State and Oregon. So the title of this article is Side Roads Offer Many Adventures. In the 1940s, a middle-aged woman, Ethel K. Lockwood, got into her car, which she called Sweetie Face, and began a journey that was perhaps a different trip from most, and one we all daydream about. Mrs. Lockwood said she was bringing about a long-time dream, for she had always wanted to take side roads on a cross-country trip, drive slowly, meet the people, see the communities, and experience more than just driving down a main highway. She began her trip in Eureka, Oregon, winding down up and through Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, crossing the Continental Divide to Nebraska, then down through Kansas, on across to Missouri, Arkansas, touched through West Tennessee, into Columbus, Mississippi, on into Alabama, Georgia, then through the length of Florida. The title of her book about this trip is Side Roads Calling, and indeed it is a daily account of the things, places, and people she met. At hardly any time did Mrs. Lockwood stick to the main highway, because her intention was to take the side roads on purpose. She found the people, places, and roads interesting and saw many scenes that few travelers ever get to see. She declared that she had 60 days of a glorious adventure. On her trip, she logged 5,846 miles and said, although she was alone, she was neither tired nor bored when it was all over. I enjoyed reading the book immensely and began thinking how many spiritual and emotional side roads we take, and not necessarily by choice. There are all kinds, many delightful, but more are very troublesome. Oftentimes it seems fate would have it that way. For example, a college education that's interrupted because of financial needs or illness, and it takes years before one can get back to it, if ever. Teaching interrupted to bear a child, or illness strikes just when someone's building a house of their dreams and they have to stop the project. A spouse dies just when all the plans they've made for a pleasant retirement together have come to fruition. A son or daughter puts an end to all the wonderful dreams their parent had for their future when you find out that they are on drugs or other vices that can hurt them. Parents pass away before they are able to help financially when they know that they would have loved to have done that for their family. A heart attack sets someone back for months on their climb up the ladder of success. There are all kinds of side roads in the adventure of living. The big thing is to be able to accept those times as just temporary. Or, if the situation that brings them about gets too bad, we may have to abandon our well-laid plans altogether. But even that may be just the thing we need for our best interests. We don't know this at the time, but years looking back on some of the side roads we have been forced to take or even chosen, we may see that it really was, in the end, to our best interest. Each one of us needs patience when we travel on these difficult side roads. And patience isn't dished out to us. It is welded together with understanding day by day, step by step. Patience is an enduring quality that has to be grown and cultivated. Patience can be developed, and God will give us patience, but only if we ask for it. And it's oftentimes linked with tribulation. But God has wisdom and knowledge that we don't possess. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of God. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. Wisdom fits right in with patience, and so does knowledge. and we need both to get through this life. Thank you for listening.